Singing makes me feel better. Sometimes, I think, I don't know, a lot of us are born into the world, I think, feeling a certain way. I believe that I was born into the world just like with a nervous system that was just shot. Because I cried my ass off when I was a little kid, like could not shut up. It's a colicky baby, so I just didn't feel right ever, you know? And my grandpa always says that I got my singing voice from screaming so much when I was a kid. Just screaming bloody murder. But I've been looking for like, 20-some years for something to calm me down. Tried all sorts of stuff, and nothing really works as good as singing, but I recently have tried doing some yoga, which it made it like 100 times worse at first. I wanted to kill the instructor and just get mad at everybody. I could not stand it. It drove me nuts. But then once I kind of breathed into it, a good yogi would, it got a little bit better. So now I'm like addicted to it. That has absolutely nothing to do with anything other than I talked about my grandpa there, and he kind of influenced this song here. And he fought in World War II, and when I was a kid he used to tell me that he was the one that shot Adolf Hitler. So and then he had his mustache in his back pocket. My grandpa fought in World War II, my uncle fought in Nam. My father was too young, he went to school and met my mom. And her dad always told us stories around dinner time. And there's one he told when I was young that sticks out in my mind. He said 10 years after Daddy taught me about the birds and bees, I was stranded in Pearl Harbor fighting off the Japanese. When the kamikaze pilots came and dove in without warning, I was on the Arizona on a warm December morning. I remember when I was a younger man, we were soldiers fighting in a foreign land. Now I'm older and it's happening again. But it was hard to have forgiveness for the things they did that day. And our president decided we should make their people pay. So we dropped on Nagasaki and we cut them down the size. And the one we dropped on Hiroshima left them vaporized. And I heard some Christians saying, what would Jesus do? What if you were on the wrong side? Would he point the gun at you? And they read through every word of Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and John, so they could see if killing was the side that Christ was on. I remember when I was a younger man, we were soldiers fighting in a foreign land. Now I'm older and it's happening again. And they separate the church and state and keep God out of schools, so our governments can educate based upon their rules. But people start to wonder if our politics make sense when religion is our best excuse for national defense. And when our citizens start saying that our wars are not okay, and Washington keeps telling them God loves the USA, and they teach us history so we can learn from our mistakes. But this generation wants to know how many years it takes to change the way we treat our neighbors all across the land. Cause if we don't change our hearts, we repeat the past again. I remember when I was a younger man, we were soldiers fighting in a foreign land. Now I'm older and it's my grandpa finished talking, we went walking, he and I. I was thinking of the future and how scared I was to die. Now my best friend's overseas, in the desert where it's dry, fighting for our country, and I need a reason why. I remember when he was a younger man. Now he's a soldier fighting in a foreign land. Now we're older, God bring him home again. You want to sing a Johnny Cash song together?